Welcome back to the Fixed Ops Roundtable. It is a great honor to present our conference with international speaker and best-selling author Marcos Rossi, who is here with us today. Not just any speaker, but Marcos is going to talk to us a little bit today about things that we may, in our industry and in life, take for granted on a daily basis, and which Marcos has an entirely different appreciation for. My friend, we're very humbled and honored to have you with us. Welcome to the Fixed Ops Roundtable, Marcos.
Oh, hello, Ted. Hello, everyone. Well, first, it's an honor for me to be here with you guys. And for those that don't know me, I was born like this, without arms and without legs, too. And when I was born, the doctor said that I will live only until 30 years of age. Just that, only that. But I never allowed that the physical limitation or any thing that doctor said to me or my family stopped me to dreaming, to achieving, and the most important thing, attracting things for my life. So today I'm an international speaker, graduated in law school. uh, I'm a surfer. I'm a skateboarder. I love going under the sea on scuba diving on wreckage. I'm a singer. I'm a DJ in a nightclub. I play the drums on the carnival parade in Brazil, even without a finger to hold the sticks. But I play for 22 years. So I don't have nothing and I do everything. People have everything and don't do nothing, or decide don't doing nothing, because being happy, it's a matter of choice, and you decide every single day. Since you wake up in the morning, you can complain or you can be grateful, and that's it. That's how I live, and that's why I reached so many impossible things for someone in my conditions, because it's not about your conditions, it's about your decisions. That creates our destiny.
You do a lot of work, Marcos. Tony Robbins, among other big names, and you speak to lots of people in lots of industries. And I think your message, I know your message is extremely strong. You are on a mission, and a lot of us don't appreciate the things that we have daily in life. But you've taken that to a whole new level.
Yes, because there's a lot of things, you guys, you take it for granted. You cannot take for granted things like, you know, when you are thirsty. Well, Ted, you have a glass of water at your side. If I'm thirsty, hey, I'm thirsty right now. But for me to drink water, I need to ask someone at the house, hey, or if you want to go to the bathroom, you don't need anyone. If you need to change your clothes, so you don't have problems in your life. You have situations, and all of these situations can be solved. So complaining will never get us to anywhere. So for me, when I understood that complaining, stopping complaining, changed my frequency to another level. So I started to attract things, people, money, everything, just by doing this. It's because it's all about energy. So when you are down, complaining, or angry, you are in a low frequency, and we will attract things with low frequency. So it's a simple exercise. I always do this challenge with my students all around the world.
Okay.
I challenge them, and I challenge you that are watching right now. Let's start 5 days. I'm not saying 5 years, not 5 months. I'm saying just 5 days from now, 5 days without complaining. And you cannot think, I'm in the challenge. Okay? 5 days without complaint. And you will see the things going to change. You're going to attract people, money, situations, and coincidence that doesn't exist. Simply doing that is the first step. First step, because another day I was in a TV interview, and they asked me, Marcos, what is the most powerful secret of success? And for me, is one word: energy. Energy. If you have your energy up, you're in a good state, like a professional, this is a you have a powerful peak state, you can do anything. But if you are in a lower state, nothing happens, only complaining. That's it.
Marcos, uh, how I can't imagine, okay, some of the things that you've, gone through and accomplished. How do we,
Yes.
how do we build that energy? How do we get it, and how do we maintain it and keep it? Because I think you're right. People read each other's energy all day long.
Yes, but you need to take care of yours. So you have to build a system, or some activities, or some things you do every single day. And one of the most important thing that I learned since I was young, it's to be resourceful. So resourcefulness is the key. So because most of the people are focusing on the things that are missing in their lives. Okay, so I don't have the money. I don't have people to help me. I don't have the technology for my project. I don't have blah 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 blah. But you forget to look what you have. And I use that. Use the resources around you, not focus on what is missing, and you can do anything. For example, for me at school, because I study in a normal school, not for people with disabilities. And when we start writing, how it works, the teacher hold your hand. I said hand. And then you do some drawings or whatever to test your coordinations. And with me, they don't know what are we going to do with Marcos. And then my mom had a brilliant idea and very creative. She said, okay, well, let's pick up that plastic tape and put the pencil over here and put the tape, and then the same way yours, the teacher hold my arm, and I wrote. So be resourceful. Everything is around you, the opportunities, but you are looking, well, the things that you don't have. That's why you don't achieve.
And I think that's a whole different level of thinking. And, a lot of
Yes.
us have a lot of us look past that, Marcos. And on a daily basis, um, you've learned your entire life is, being resourceful. And you've had a lot of the odds, or they say the odds, right, are against you, but you've defied those
Yes.
odds constantly,
Yes.
and you continue to
Constantly.
do that. And you are a great messenger, and you attract people towards you. I've seen that in the videos and
Yes.
things I've heard. Um, it's amazing what you can
Yes.
accomplish when you have that right energy and you are
Yes.
resourceful, as you
The,
said.
the secret is living in the grateful state, the state of grace for the little things, for the little things. It doesn't mean that my life was always perfect. I don't have nothing wrong. When I was a teenager and I tried to talk, just talk. It was my first attempt to talk with a girl. I didn't have the powered wheelchair yet. So if you want to do something, you have a friend that helps, be resourceful. And then I look at my friend and say, hey, that girl is so cute. I want to talk to her. My first attempt to talk. I was 14 years old. And then, can you help me? I said to my friend and said, of course, I help you. He pushed the wheelchair near the girl and ran out. And I said, uh-oh, okay, I'm gonna talk. And I and then my first two words, she looked at me and said, get off. I want a full boy, not a half. Can you imagine that in your first attempt? There's nothing wrong and you to be sad in your life. But if you allow these bad feelings to be inside you for too much time, at that moment, it will born a limiting belief. And then when you have an opportunity in the future, you will not go. No, I'm not capable to complete someone, blah, blah, blah. And I was sad. I was down. But I have the blessing of having a father that was my first great mentor. My father used to live in the US for more than 30 years. And then he went to Brazil. Then he met my mom. And then I was born.
Okay.
And my father was mentored by Tony Robbins. So all my growing up as a child and teenager, and my father used to apply all these exercises and the philosophy at home. So I remember I was playing video games and my dad came in and said, hey, Marcos, can you stop for a while? And I was like a teenager. Oh, come on. I said, let me just say you something, kid. The two most powerful words on universe are I am. And I said, okay, can I play? He said, no, no, no. Pay attention. The two most powerful words is I am. Everything you say you are, you attract to your life. Or worse, you are stuck in some of them. And I said, "Hmm, okay, let me ask you a question. And you will be playing the video game. Just a second. Can you please write down on the paper here? I have a device that I put in my arm to write. So he put that device in my arm and put the paper in front of me and say, write down right now 5 things that you are. And when you are in a bad state, everything grows. So I
Mm,
wrote down, I am ugly. I am a half. I am, and then he stopped me. Wait, no, 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 no. I need you to write down 5 positive things. And the most important, things that you want to be, but you are not yet. Mm, okay. I just wanted to play video game. I didn't understand at the time why he was doing this. I was so sad. So, okay, I was playing video games just to change my state,
yeah.
to do what I love and get my energy back. And then I wrote down, I am love. I am joy. I am handsome. I am a leader. I am rich. Paper, okay? Okay, I'm rich. And then when I finished, I said, okay, Dad, can I play? He said, just a second. One more thing. Come with me. And at the time, I used to go without wheelchair. I roll in the ground, like rolling very fast. And I rolled to my dad, and he entered on the bathroom. And then he put me on the little chair in front of the mirror and put that paper of the mirror, look at me and said, who are you? And I, as a teenager, I am love. I am joy. I am. He said, wait, no, no, stop, stop. The most powerful resource on universe is the human emotion. So you need to embody that words. And then he said the magical phrase, you will only get out of the chair if you finish the exercise. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna jump from this high. Okay. And then I just start saying, I am love, I am joy, I am handsome, I am a leader, I am rich. When I finished, wow, I was waiting for a phrase of impact. No, my dad didn't say a word. He clapped his hand, put me on the ground, and is gone. And I said, whoa, adults. And on the next day, my father came to me and said, Marcos, let's go to the bathroom. And for 30 days, Ted, for 30 days, he put me on that chair in front of the mirror and he made me repeat, who am I? Who I am in front of the mirror for 60 seconds. Repeat these five things. Repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. And then in the end, it starts to be part of your identity. And then you don't need to, force things and then the things start going on. And I understand if someone is gonna love you, they will love you the way you are, not the way they want you to be. If you put your happiness in the hands of other people or
Mm.
other things, you will never be happy. Like never ever be happy. And then my life changed. And I don't have more problems with girls. Well, the problems have changed.
That is an amazing story. I know it's a true story. And
Yes, my dad
you
was.
start by believing in yourself and the affirmations that your father had you say in front of the mirror, um, to see that it's true, of course, and to believe that it's true. And that's
Yes.
changed your entire outlook and your entire life. And you're right. A lot of times we complain about the things that we may not have, right? But look at all the things that we do have, and we don't take those into account and appreciate.
Yes. We need
Yeah.
to look at what we have. Can you imagine surfing? Or can you imagine scuba diving? How? The guy can do scuba diving without hands because all the communications under the sea is made by hand. So we changed because you can use the resources around you, change the communications, we do the different equipment, and boom, nothing is impossible. You can do anything. And then you start to attract things. So my dad passed in 2017.
Hmm.
2018, Tony Robbins went to Brazil for the first time for a speech. And I was invited to open for him on stage, playing the drums on the Carnival Parade Band. So I played the drums, but listen, it wasn't easy like this because I didn't have the tickets. I wasn't supposed to be there. It was crazy. I was one day before the event, I was doing a speech in another state. And then my agent called me. I was going to the airport and say, Marcos, listen, Tony Robbins organizations in Brazil, they are searching for a samba school to play the drums on stage. You as a singer, you as a drummer, would you like to be in Tony Robbins' stage tomorrow? Man, how is in your life when opportunity shows up?
Yeah.
You said, okay, no, next time I'll go. No, let me check my schedule. No. And I say, okay, the fear, everybody has fear, but you need to deal with your fear. And okay, I'm going to do it even with fear, but I will do it because the mission is always bigger than the pain. The mission is always bigger than the pain. I said, okay, I'll be there. Boom. And I went. I played, I sang, and then in the end, I took a picture with him on the backstage, and he looked at me in the eyes. He got on his knees, and I said, stand up for God's sake. And he said, every person on this planet is equal. Eyes to eyes to me without a hierarchy or nothing. Everyone is equal. And then he put his hands on my chest, boom, and he said, your mission is beautiful. You're going to help a lot of people in this world. I want to give you a gift. I said, gift? Hashtag fall down from the chair. Gift. I want you as my personal guest on Date with Destiny, his training, 6 days in West Palm Beach. And I said, wow, thank you so much. Da, da, da. It was August. Date with Destiny is December. In December, my wife couldn't travel with me to the United States for visa things at the time, and
Mm.
I need help. I need help to eat, to change, to go to the bathroom, everything. If we're other people, other person, oh, okay, this is not for me. Okay, how I'm going to ask this to someone? It's so much exposure. No way. The mission is always bigger than the pain. And use the resources around you. Don't focus on what's missing. Okay, I will call everybody in my agenda, and someone is gonna want to go with me. And then I call a friend and said, "Okay, I'll go." I said, "Okay, there's one thing. You will have to be my nanny." And said, okay, I'll go. And we went. And then Tony invited me to share on stage, my friend from Brazil. And then I shared what I've learned over there, all these things. And in the end, people got emotional. I was emotional, and Tony was emotional. And he said, I want to give you a gift again. I want you to learn what we do here and help people all around. And he gave me all his trainings, all of them. And today, just long story short, I work with Tony in this his event.
That is an amazing story, and very empowering too. All right, and emotional. And when Tony Robbins does an event, there's a lot of people there in
Yes,
person and watching as well, Marcos. And
yes,
that is the pinnacle of all. And also, that state of awareness and of what you have and the attitude, it all comes to a crescendo there.
yes. And since then, I started. I had to overcome my own fears too because I was at the time 2018.
Mhm.
I already was a great speaker in Brazil. Everybody knows me in Brazil, and but my biggest fear was being on the digital space like we are today.
Really?
So yeah, all of my friends, biggest players in Brazil, they say, "Hey, Marcos, you should come to digital. Come on in." I said, "Oh no, I do gigs and in companies. I'm good." And but listen, God put me there, and all this coincidence. Tony Robbins pushed me and said, "Hey, go there and help people." How I'm going to help people that cannot afford buying an airplane ticket and go to the United States and learn all these things, and I need to go online. And then I started in 2018. I started my first course, like uh, not recorded course, like on Zoom. So once a week for 4 weeks, we were talking about um, how you understand why you do the things you do, self-development. And then on second week, we talked about how achieving your goals. And then the third week, talking about the relationships, intimate relationship, because you want success, but if it's the thing is bad in your home, forget it. You cannot achieve it. So, and I just created that. But my first class, I have only 4 students, like four, 1, 2, 3, 4. I said, oh man. Then your brain start working, huh? Oh, this is not for you. Oh no no no. Keep your uh, gigs on just on companies. And I said, no, the mission is always bigger than the pain. And then today I have 30, I'm going to the 32 classes graduated. I have students all around the world, like Japan, Germany, all around the world because of that decision. Once again, it's not your conditions, it's your decisions that create your destiny.
A great reminder, Marcos. And today, You have a couple best-selling books. You're an author of. You're speaking internationally, all over the world, and you're helping people on a daily
That's my
basis.
mission.
And that mission is big. Okay, that's a huge mission. Um, I see your website, marcosrossi.com. You've got a big following on social media. Congratulations. That Instagram
Oh,
page
thank
and that
you.
I'm impressed with that YouTube page. Um, and by the way, I saw the video and we'll share that with the audience of you with mobility works and driving and a lot of things that we, like you said, we take these things for granted, but
Yes.
you've pushed yourself to a whole new level and have shown us what is possible with that right mind.
Yes, I started driving like in simulators because that doesn't exist. People like me in Brazil, in my country, it's impossible. No way, forget it. No, you can't. And I started driving like simulators, and then I became friends with another guy. They got an idea. They had like a mechanics or something, and started doing things on the car, and then his car, okay, and then boom, I'm driving, and then I came here to the United States and said, man, here I am free. I can go anywhere. I can cross the street. Things that you take for granted, like crossing the street. We can't in Brazil. I can go to a mall and open the door, just hitting a button on the wall. I don't need no one with me. I can do anything. And then I went there and I saw their car. Wow. With ramps, you push a button on the ramp, and then I enter on the car. Oh my God, on the front seat. Whoa, it's like a dream come true. And the next time, the next interview, I will show the video driving that car.
I love it. All right, Marcos, if our audience wants to reach out to you, I know you work with organizations, you speak in front of big audiences, medium and smaller audience as well.
Yes.
What's the best way for our audience to reach out to you to learn more? Perhaps join your podcast. I see you've got that podcast as well in your books. What's the best way to reach out to you?
Yes, we can marcosrossi.com. You can find everything that, including the social medias. You have if you want I want a speech, you can just click there and go directly to the WhatsApp of the agent. Uh, that's it. And you can find me anywhere. Put my name in Google or whatever. Boom, it's gonna it's gonna show everything for you.
Last question for today. Here we are, end of January. We've started a new year. We're a couple weeks in. Um, what advice do you have for our audience looking into 2023 as we start this year off? What can you suggest to our group as we start the year?
Yes, I just want to say my for the last thing is because the limits are inside of our head. Okay, it's a concept that is inside of our head, and this concept can be unlearned. Okay, and you can do it too. So the time in our lives goes so fast. Oh man, we are finished January so fast. It was like yesterday. We were like mirroring the fireworks and making plans and everything. But there's a statistic that people, 95% of people, 95% of people in January, like 5 January, have this goals had failed in his
Yeah,
goals.
the
So
resolutions. Yeah.
if you failed in your resolution, don't worry. You still have time. Go for it. Sometimes some bad things happen in our lives we are not waiting for. And it's like a punch in the face. But you need to understand one of the biggest learning that I have from Tony, my mentor, is a life is always happening for you and not to you. I'm going to repeat. Life is always happening for you and not to you. Oh, why me? No, no, it's for you. It's a gift. So I am I am grateful to God to being born in this body because I know today the size of my mission. Life happened for me and not to me. So you can do anything. So, like is written here, never give up and go forward. And I see you at the top.
Marcos Rossi, great message to get our session going today. Marcos Rossi, everybody, great speaker, best-selling author, marcosrossi.com. Marcos Rossi with us today here at the Fixed Ops Roundtable.